Hey everyone, Stedman from Action Figure Overload doing a review of the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch Rogue One action figures. These are all the regular 6-inch figures that you can find from Rogue One that were released on Force Friday, so you should be able to find them in stores and online. From left to right, we have the Death Trooper, K2SO, Jyn Erso, Captain Cassian Andor, and the Toys R Us exclusive Imperial Hovertank pilot. So let's go ahead and get this review going with the Toys R Us exclusive Imperial Hovertank pilot. On the front we have the figure in the window and its portrait at the bottom, and on the back we see a description of the figure. I really like this figure. I'm actually really surprised at how much I like this figure. One of the biggest reasons is definitely going to be due to the articulation, but also the detail in the sculpt and the paint applications that are on this figure are really cool. Let's take a look at his accessory and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into the figure. The pilot comes with a single blaster rifle, and it's a rifle that we've seen before. It's the same one that comes with the Stormtrooper from the original trilogy. And that makes sense because this is a precursor movie and they're going to have the same rifle because this movie takes place right before the original trilogy. Looking at this one though, it does have a couple differences. We see the stock on here, the scope at the top, we see the handle and the handle shield here. We have a scope on the side, so that's new. We have the clip here on the side, the ammo clip, that's new as well. Looking at the barrel, we see some nice detailing on the barrel there. We see the grooves and the holes on that side and on this side. And at the front, we have the blaster rifle grip and the sight. And just looking at the Stormtrooper rifle to compare, we see that the pilot rifle is gray instead of black. And like I mentioned a moment ago, this one has the scope on the front while the original trilogy doesn't, and the ammo clip on the side is a lot longer, so it has more ammo on it. Other than that, the two guns are exactly the same, just has the added scope, the added ammo clip, and a different color. Getting into the detail, I'm just blown away by this figure. I really like the new sculpt for the helmet and the armor. I think that came out really cool. And I also really like all the battle damage and wear and tear that they put on the armor. I think it came out like amazing. Looking at the helmet, we can see the new sculpt, how it has the side cheek flaps on here. I like the vents, the little vents that they put on here, the black marks, the front vents over here. The visor came out really cool. This little helmet, like overshield for the visor, is cool too. That's new. On the side, we have more vents on the side, and then the vents in the back. I really like the sculpt and the attention to detail that they put on here, and how they even included like the lines here. There's the faint lines in the helmet. I think that's really cool. The other really cool part is definitely the wear and tear and like the battle damage that they put on here. So we can see that on the front. We can also see it on the side and on the brow, on the back of the head. I think it looks really cool. It's almost similar to the Sand Trooper that we got a while back, but I think that this one came out like a lot better. And he's very reminiscent of the Indoor Scout Trooper. And that's probably why I like this guy so much, because the Indoor Scout is my favorite troop, and he looks a lot like him as well. Looking at the chest, we can see there's a whole new chest plate, and we see more damage here that looks really cool. We have the silver buckles on both of the shoulders, and this little vent here. There's a lot of new sculpt and detail here on the stomach and the waist. We got some pretty cool like pockets and pouches here on the waist. More damage and wear and tear on the back here. And on his back plate, we got some nice detail here and paint apps for the back vents. And I think that came out really awesome. Yeah, I'm really digging the armor on this guy. He looks really cool. Looking at the shoulders, we got some more wear here on the armor. We see some detail happening underneath and like the black undersuit. Here at the elbows as well. Another cool thing that I noticed is that the elbows, they're not double jointed, but they made it so that the armor kind of like moves forward, so he can get some really good articulation in the elbows. So while he's not double jointed, it doesn't hinder the articulation at all. And we got some detail here on the forearm and on the back of the wrist. Got some trigger fingers here. Same thing for this arm. Another cool thing about the design in the armor, for the shoulders, it goes into the straps on the top of the shoulders. So it's able to go all the way in and it doesn't hinder the articulation. Also, the shoulder plates are like soft plastic. You can see that right there. So even if it does get caught up, it doesn't hinder the articulation. It kind of just bends with it, but it's supposed to just go smoothly into the armor right there. So he's able to get his arms all the way up. Getting down to the pants are like an olive drab, like dark green gray color, which is pretty interesting because they usually match the top half of the suit. So we see the black up here, but we see like the olive drab down here. So that's pretty cool. It adds a little bit of flavor to the figure and to the suit, changing it up a bit from the normal that we see in the original trilogy. We got some nice wrinkles in the pants here. Is going all around to the back. Getting down to the boots, we see that we have the boots. They're the same for the calves and the shin, but for the kneecap, the boot covers are just a little bit different, and they're like that for all the other stormtroopers as well. They always have like one side that's lower and then the other side that raises up pretty high on the knee. The detail on the boots is really cool. We got some buckles happening around for the straps, the line for the front, and some more wear and tear, dirt, grime that's happening. And for the feet, it's like a green at the bottom. I think that this figure is like really cool. I love the difference in the color scheme. I really like the new look for the armor and all the battle damage and wear and tear all over the suit. I think he looks awesome. It looks natural, and it looks like he's straight out of the movie, so that's awesome. For his articulation, his head moves to the right and to the left. It does move down that much, quite a lot, and up a lot as well. His arms move up and out, and his shoulder rotation isn't hindered by his armor, so that's good. His elbows have rotation and bend at 90 degrees, and he has wrist rotation as well. He has a diaphragm twist, and he can bend forward about that much at the diaphragm and bend back. So limited diaphragm movement. His legs move out about that much and they move up that high, so 90 degrees there. He has upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, and his ankles move down that much and up that much. And he does have peg holes on the bottom. The hovercraft pilot stands in at just over 6 inches. Here's the pilot next to the Death Trooper. And here he is with all the other figures in the wave. All in all, I'm really pleased with this figure. I really like the way that it came out with the sculpt and the new helmet and the armor. I think it came out really awesome. The detail as far as like the scuffs and the battle damage looks really cool as well. It has great articulation and it's able to get into a wide range of poses. And it's really cool how they use the sculpt for the arms to allow for more articulation in the elbows. And he's able to get in some pretty cool poses holding the blaster with 2 hands without him looking awkward at all. The only downside to this figure is that it's a Toys R Us exclusive, which means it's going to be a little hard to find for a little bit. But you should be able to find them in stores soon and online. Thanks for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And you can also check out my Facebook and Instagram page. Thanks.